I'm sorry, I'm over here doing too much or doing too little. I'll just get my thoughts together. I'll be on screen in a second. I'm looking. I'm sorry, I'm over here doing too much or doing too little. Uh, I'll just get my thoughts together. I'll be on screen in a second. I'm looking. I'm sorry, I'm over here. All right, I'm gonna check this mic and see what this mic does. All right, I'm gonna check this mic and see what this mic does. All right, I think we're in a better space with mics. Okay. All right. Good morning. Where's the feedback? All right. I think we're in a better space with mics. Okay. All right, hold on a moment. Good morning. Where's the feedback? All right. I think we're in a better space with mics. Okay. All right, hold on a moment. Good morning. Where's the feedback? Let me try it again and see what happens. Let me try it again and see what happens. Let me try it again and see what happens. Let me try it again and see what happens. Oh, maybe the. Try it again and see what happens. Let me try it again and see what happens. Oh, maybe the. I think I found the source. Let's see. All right. I think I found the source. Okay, I don't know if y'all got a second echo. And my bestie is busy, but I can't depend on her all the time. I gotta get it right. So let's see if I got it right. Okay, I don't know if y'all got a second echo. And my bestie is busy, but I can't depend on her all the time. I gotta get it right. So let's see. I got it right. Okay. So good morning and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Mo Mo. Now I won't bore y'all with trying to get the okay, good. So that works. So I don't have to put that on. Okay. All right. So far we're still doing good. All right. Just working on technical issues as always. Today's discussion will surround a topic that is which is all too familiar around here, which is the inability to move beyond the past. So I ain't got a lot to say, but I did want to come out here and clear up a few things because a few things that happened yesterday, um, at large. One, I did drop. Let me just give some background for those of you who do or do not know. Um, one evening this week, I think it was Saturday. I don't even remember what night it was, but I went live recently. Let me see what day it was. I went live on the maybe I went live on the 24th. This is what happens when you miss one night of sleep. I went live Saturday and I had a panel discussion with a few folks. And in it was a good discussion. It was a robust discussion. And there was an interruption um because of whatever reason there was an interruption. There was an interruption and immediately following the stream, I decided to put the video on private for many reasons. I will expand on John Frank's version of why I put it on, why I decided to close it off to the public. It was in fact true that I wanted to review it for myself. And I wanted to visit the topics that were discussed there. Um, I had many people reach out to me, and I'm glad that I stuck to my guns. I had many people reach out to me and ask me, could they get the link to it? And I have responded respectfully, no, at this time. All right. The reason why I responded no is simple. It's my platform, it's my content, it's my decision. Okay. Um, I wanted to review the discussion that was had at the time. And sometimes when I look at things, I look at it from a perspective of does this add value to the world, right? I thought it was an engaging conversation. I believe that if it was out here in the forefront, people would be able to see again adults adulting in situations that are personal to them, right? This is not, and those things have taken place in a public forum. There are some things that are personal to people. It's personal relationships, it's personal. It's not personal material that was out here, right? But it was just things that were personal to the folks. Um, So I didn't think that it was necessary to air it. And at that time, when I made the decision to put it on private, I did go get my notebook. I, I did collect me some notes. I did collect me some notes on it. Um, and really was able to do some reflecting. Now, LTG has decided to come out here and put her I want to see how I could describe the way that she addresses situations that ain't got nothing to do with her, right? The nosiness part of it, right? Maybe I want to even be polite and call it the investigative reporter edge in it, or just the messy bitch that she is. Com- com- aspect of it. Wanted to know what transpired, had a bunch of questions. The public believes that there was a truce, that there will be a kumbaya moment, etc., etc., etc. This is the problem with the public, and the public is the people in the chat, the people that watch, the people that watch the people that are watching this, right? It's basically who she's talking about, the audience, right? The audience loves drama, period. And she's looking for the drama aspect of it. She's looking, and others may be seeking to review the discussion to create more attention. If I thought people was going to look at things for how I felt when I walked away from the discussion and see it from that perspective, maybe I feel maybe I feel a certain kind of way. At this point, we're on January, February, March, April, May 27th. I'm still not feeling like it needed to be in the public domain. I feel like there are some moments in the Kanikian experiment, in the PSYOP, that the cemeterians hold dear and near, that you either just needed to be there or not be there for it, right? Seeing that there was a public outcry for review, I decided to release the portions of the video that was relevant to the parties that came out here cussing and having a storm and decided to ultimately call me a bitch and tell me how they hope the police has shot a hole in my son's head. It is for those purposes and those purposes only that I released the portions of the tape that were specific to that gentleman to illustrate, to further illustrate. No one was speaking on him. I know you may need the rest of the context of the video to discern that for oneself. However, the topics that were mentioned that were specific to his storyline here on the YouTube, or one of my favorite moments to say, when the script turns on the script writers, his script here on the YouTube and how it fell apart. And I'm going to justify why I consider it to be a script. And that's why I made the post that I made last night, because I still went back to that video and I'm listening to the stuff that was being discussed and shared at the time, and things that were new information to me, right? And I'm saying to myself, wow, if you make up a script that you have an element, right? You have some kind of medical condition, right? And this is for you people that are using the cat, you guys are using go fraud me, because now you all understand what my terminology of go fraud me is. Whenever you're begging the crowd for money to support you in something that you need done, right? Whenever you're asking for go fraud me, you got to come with a compelling story. I don't know why somebody will come out here and tell anybody that somebody has a STD. But what I do know is, if I understood the information correct as I heard it that night, there would be no reason to make a negative report, come out here with a negative report. Like the stuff just don't make sense. But in my memory, I do remember seeing some kind of paperwork on something where there was something signed. I remember there being some video talk about it, but I didn't remember that in the evening. It's like it's all a dream. It was all a dream. You know what I'm saying? Because all this stuff is just scripts, right? And sometimes the script turns on the script writer. And that's what disappears. If two people decided to run a narrative out here on folks that surrounded a medical condition and it fell apart, how do you blame later on when everybody is still up in arms and saying, no, it's the truth? You run these, and this is y'all language, when you run these plays out here, this is what happened. So now I released that portion for two, two that one, I was being as impartial as one could be in the in that light, in that situation. No one's happy with me. You can tell at the end, no one's happy with me. Um let me rephrase that. No one felt they had the same amount of airplay on the topic. Some felt that they didn't get enough airplay and they expressed it, but it was not something that was going to come back and be a hostile environment. I feel like JJ is just too emotional and too controlling, too damn controlling. And he misjudged who Monica was and felt that he could control me also because he threw an olive branch my way. Negro, you would have to throw a whole goddamn forest at me and do what Joyce said. If a tree falls in the forest, will I be here to hear it? Uh, at this point, and maybe at that point, I listened to Cynthia's. I'm playing Pac-Man today, Miss Pac-Man. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Brrr. Lady, y'all wrong for it. If you look at the video, you will see that I was as impartial as a person could be in the circumstances that was before me, the information that was going on. But it is wrong to tell a person that because you have identified somebody as ops to you, that I should adopt your ops as my opposition. Listen, 8 years ago, I heard people say, my enemy's enemy, friend of my, that my enemy can't even get it together. But it has something to do with being a friend of my enemy's friend. And I remember Miss G being specifically saying, I'm not going to be, am I my friend's enemy? Like, I'm not going to be that. Like, people did what I always encourage folks to do, pick a side. There comes a time in disputes where you, as a third party, has to pick a side. Sometimes you have to go with one side over the other side. We at that point again where you just have to pick a side and stick to your side. Period. And end of it. There's no gray area. There's no I'm going to be in the middle of stuff. I'm going to be your friend and their friend while y'all going through this thing. No, 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 no. You got to pick up. War has been called in some instances. And you can't, you people that think that y'all can straggle between both fences, it doesn't work like that all the time. In certain circumstances, you got to select a side to go with, and you got to go with it, period. And I get it. If JJ and Cynthia and whomever else makes up their fam believes that you need to pick if you are going to fraternize, have a conversation with somebody that is in their opposition, then we was at that point. But what you do is dictate to grown people what they cannot do. The choice is still theirs. Here's what you do get to do, because I do it all the time. If I see that somebody that effing with me is effing with somebody over there that I'm not feeling it, guess who I cut off ties with? That person. It's not no big, blown out, whatever. I just go my separate way. I'll write you in a hot moment. So you don't have to make a choice if it's going to be me or them. I'm giving you you. Do you, because you ain't going to do it around me, because that's the choice I get to make. I don't have to make no big presentation about it. I can have a discussion about it. I just did that the other day. Since this broke out, I had to have a conversation with someone. And I said, I believe it's in your best interest that I not F with you no more. Point blank. Because being around me is not going to be good for you. I'm going to be good, but you're not going to be able to take the heat. Period. And I know that. So I'm not even trying to act a fool about it. That's what it is. Yesterday, Karen went up on John Frank's platform and she asked Trey, Jeff, if he had gotten permission to use my video. The video that is on private, okay, not available to the public, which means that he's jailbreaking it some kind of way, sitting up there, downloading it, uploading it, doing all kinds of stuff to try to get his hands on it. It's not that serious, dude. It's really not that. It's really not that important unless you're looking for something that I'm not aware of. And I think I got a hint of what you might be looking for when I did the replay. Let me get on my big girl stuff right here. So just because I haven't been watching, gotta do one of these moments. Just because I haven't been watching what's going on in the community, don't mean I don't know what's going on in the community. No, let me stop. Listen, I don't know what purpose you want to use the video for, right? Because normally when you ask permission to use it or you put a person on notice, and I have to be always explaining to people about what notice means, right? That you're going to use their material, right? You want to know why they want to use your material. The things discussed on that panel outside of what I have currently released, unless somebody else says to me, hey, Mo, I'd have liked to see the section on yada, yada, yada. I'd be happy to release whatever you would like to see if you tell me what it is you would like to see. Because I transcribed I got the whole transcription of the 9-hour video. Because y'all just gonna take a whole hour from me, even though there's technical issues, et cetera, right? It's a 9-hour video that people around here stealing. Uh, if you just tell me what it is that you want. And then I would be happy to relinquish it. But when you're dealing with kleptos, everybody just feels like they just need to steal stuff. If you would have asked, at least I would know what you're up to. LTG, stop spinning a narrative that is not applicable to me, bitch. You keep telling fucking people. One, you came out here about 2 years ago and tried to tell the whole world that I called husband number 4, knowing that was a lie. Then you stood on it hard and was like, I'm not even a fucking. First, you said you would apologize if you found out that it wasn't me. Then you turned around and said, even if you found out that it wasn't me, which it wasn't, you would still not apologize. So, bitch, it's done, right? I was just like, I'm gonna leave this bitch alone, right? Because she is what she is. I can't help it. I can't make her up. I can't make her into anything else, right? But what you need to stop doing is just fucking lying all over the fucking place. I am not you. I did not tell the whole world that I was in the military, and then it came out that I was a motherfucking liar, and then I just try to sit around folks and be like, oh, it was for commentary. Oh my God, I got PSC. I can't handle it. Leave me alone. My little anxiety is killing me. I'm not doing all of that shit, bitch. Wake the fuck up. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop telling people out here that you believe I did something. If you think I did something, prove that shit. I don't got no reason to take down anybody's anything. I'm not here trying to destroy anybody's anything. Understand that. I'm not into destruction, bitch. I'm not into trying to break people. Fuck with me, I might respond accordingly, but I'm not into that. I have always stood on building folks up, keeping people with their shit, educating people, building on, but not taking away, not taking from. So stop running narratives up here. Monica is up here flagging channels. What fucking channels I flag? I took down one person's channel because they wouldn't stop bothering me. I had 2 on hold before they folded. That was it. That was it. That was the pressure. I put pressure on the channel. I took one out. I had the other 2 on hold. Want to go back there and see the channels? I still got the thing. It's a very limited amount of channels I got ever that's playing my stuff that I made an attempt on. But what happened was I am a critical thinker. So I looked at the policy, the implementation, and I was like, this is a stupid strategy. I flag the person. YouTube takes the video down. They counter. Then I got to go and do all these extra steps. They get the shit back in 14 days. All they have done is set down. I ain't got time to play those games. I ain't even got time to play those games with Trey. But what I will play is the game that he's not going to be ready for. And we not going to flag each other when it comes down to it. Because you know what's going to happen? It's just going to be content creator to content creator. Period. I'm built that way. I'm built that way. That's about it. So if he chooses to play that 9-hour video over on his platform, that the content that beyond the 1 hour and a half that I release, so the remaining 9 hours, 8 hours, 7.5, the remaining 7.5 hours of that video doesn't concern his community. Period. It doesn't concern whatever's built, whatever he built over there. It doesn't concern them. That was between John Frank, Monica, Gears, and Joy. Oh, let me think about that a little bit for a second. Let me see. Let me see. Haven't been the founder of State Gang. Does it still exist? Well, actually, I wasn't the founder of State Gang. I am. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm inspiration for the founding of State Gang. Oh God. Damn it, Monica. Early in the morning, why you have to remind people that you are the thrive to their very existence? Or was it? Discuss in the 7 point John first to walk you out of the first by saying you can start after my part. At the end of the day, why can't you folks just leave the past in the past? People had a conversation up here that was vital to whatever was going on in 25, and it was able to quash any other furtherance of stuff and just have peace. It's not a truce. Let me tell you why it's not a truce, because LCG needed to know. Okay, if you ask a person, did you do something, and the person said no, I didn't do it, if you don't have any evidence to say otherwise, then you've got your answers. I got my answers. I asked John Frank, did he do something? He said, no, I didn't do it. He didn't say, no, why would I do something like that? He said with his chest poking out, no, I didn't do it, Mo. And I'm going to take him at his motherfucking word. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's everything. So there's nothing else for me to discuss, Bam. I just go find myself a real junkie to follow up on. Okay? 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 I just find me another junkie to go, you know. And there was one available because she was hanging out inside the chat. Period. So there's no more back and forth or any of that stuff, because that's an issue that was open for me and he closed it. So what the hell you call that? Period. Period. I don't call it anything else. I don't call it anything else. It's unfortunate for JJ that he got in his feelings as far as he got in his feelings, because I think even when I told him on the platform, like, yo, I'm not liking your tone right now. Because to me, sister was like calling me a bitch. Sister. It was just, it was already going south quickly. But it wasn't because I said something. But according to his side of the argument, right? Because I gotta listen to limited edition over there, Cynthia. And she's like, oh well, if you didn't accept his apology and this and that and the other thing, I have to really look and see what I accepted. Because I'm gonna have to really look in. I'm gonna really have to evaluate how I said that when I heard the apology, because everybody knows Mo when it comes down to these apologies, how I get. I think I even got one of those like from Trey, which wasn't an apology, but was like, it was never personal. It was business. That's why I'm telling him if he plays 7.5 hours, that I could have helped him with that download. He didn't even have to go through all that download and bullshit. Want to get it, steal it, get a bootleg copy of some shit. I felt, just sitting back here. Let me just sit back here. Sitting back here, I was like, yo, am I like Showtime in the movies when a bitch is like, hey, guess what? They bootlegging your stuff. You can go see it on Showtime. Remember that app that was on your phone? I was like, I'm big. Mo, you can't be a big girl like that. You a big girl like that. Hit my likes, y'all. Y'all just gonna sit up in here and come through here and not hit my likes. Hit my likes. So I'm just saying, I'm cool with it because it's gonna be business and we're gonna be on business time. And you ain't going, I ain't even gonna think about you for a copyright. And you ain't even gonna think about me for a copyright. Cause I don't wanna play those games with you, sir. Not at all. Not at all. I spent too much time assisting Joy that I don't want to play those games with you. Period. And I haven't assisted anybody else, contrary to what they might spook out here. Actually, let me find my emails because I don't like nobody, telling me about some damn emails. Because emails is the last thing we could work on. I could do some emails. Let me just go to my emails. Hold up. Because I think in the email world, you just go to sent emails, right? Then you just find the person's name that you sent something to. I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to get my attention. And I'm gonna say this. All right, sent from me. Okay. So I got 7 emails from me to JJ. All right, let me look at this one. So, and I got dates going as this: May 5th, 11/1/2023. There's a January 8th, 2025, October 23rd, 2024, June 15th, 2024, October 25th, 2023, and 5/23/2024. So now so I see one that the title of the damn email, this is so funny. I hate to let y'all in on a secret. Hold up. Hold, hold up. I'm gonna stream. I'm on. I posted in my community wall. So on May 23rd, 2024, at 4:04 p.m., this is me. I said, send me that copyright. So now we done went through all the ones, right? So that's May 2024. Let's see if we got anything that was from the one that's Man, somebody gonna be disappointed. The one thing I know is if you read some shit from me, you're gonna be disappointed. That's all I know. So if 5/23/2024 is saying send me the copyright, and there's something here that's June 2024. This is very funny. Let me see. June 15th, 2024, 6:39 p.m., 5:25 p.m. Hey, this ain't got nothing to do with no let me just see what this let me just see. Hey, what's JCL? Messed up. Hey sis, check this. Somebody who ate a insect. Didn't say anything back either. So this is June 15th, 2024. And the topic that's at bay in this one is the phone call to my children's father. So that's the subject matter. So let's just go to Mo's response. I appreciate your message. I'm just going to say this. I can't show this because I got somebody's government in here, but it is not Jamaican Cornbread Lady 23 or even the Roaches. So we're just going to leave it like that. But I just couldn't sit back and listen to a woman bash a woman for a miscarriage. Hmm. I wonder which one did that. That is so very interesting to me. How many miscarriages have been out here? See, I don't really remember these people's storyline. Anyway, let me see anything else in 2024. There's another one in 2024. Anytime, fam, you doing good and great coverage. They dumbass can't comprehend to bring content that's informative, fam. All I got is I appreciate your continuous support. So there's nothing here that's about thing. Oh, let me see this one. Firstly, oh, there was a step by step. Let me walk y'all through it so everybody can have it. Get your pens and paper ready because here is the walkthrough. Firstly, on the Joker channel, you must complete the copyright school by clicking on the link in their email below. So apparently, I did get the stuff sometime in November, something in November. Secondly, you must counter. Lastly, you should remove, delete, not private, any remaining videos that he has not struck that contains music you developed with him as a short term remedy. Otherwise, he may take down the Joker channel. I can find time tonight to help you draft a response to YouTube for the counters. They only allow you to counter once. That's the instructions. I'll make sure to post these on my community wall. That's basic. How to remove a strike 101 on the YouTube. No harm, no foul. Now y'all all got it. So nobody has to contact me and be like, hey Mo, I will give you a donation. I don't want no damn like the insults around here were just so disgusting for me. Hey Sam. Um it was just too much for me. Just too much for me. Too much for me. Too much for me. I give anybody those same instructions. Now that my memory has been refreshed, his situation was a little bit different because they had joint music and they was over there sharing their content across the platforms. They had reuse material left and right. So that's the risk you take when you play other people's content on your channel, is that later on they can file a copyright against you and just start this whole thing. That's why I don't like to play other people's content. But I'm not removed from listen, I can defend myself and I can take offensive measures as well. And I'm prepared to do either one if I deem it necessary. I got to deem it necessary. That's what I keep saying. The 7.5 hours that are not out here are not for, I don't see, I could see there being some topics that people would like to discuss. Let me see. I'm going to put a poll in here because I don't want to be here all day. So, is do you want to know what the topics may be? Now, I'm going to tell you folks, I put a poll out there. It doesn't kill you to hit the response to the poll. No reason for you not being here giving me a like. No reason for you not to be here and participate in the poll. I can understand the chat. I be scared too. Because when you hear these people talk about stuff, right? They go after the chatters. They go right in after the chatters. They want to destroy them and all that other stuff. I understand it. So I'm not asking anybody to chat in my chat. But I am asking you, when I waste my time to put a poll out here and then I say to you, it's 33 people in the darn room. There's the poll. Just hit yes or no. Let me see where the poll is at. Only 9 of y'all. I can't even get 15 of you people, but you know, I always go with 9. You know why? Because the 9 people represent all I ever had. All I ever had. Redemption songs. Redemption songs. Is that the best I could do? I'm going to give y'all one more minute to answer the poll so I could get up out of here. Out of the 7.5 hours, they probably just want to see the exchange with Joy and how they went around speaking on topics, trying to get an answer about topics. Joy coming from one perspective, they coming from another perspective. Then, um, I think that would be the reason, and then people would be just sitting on a panel over there bashing the crap out of things because I gotta think about that. I didn't think of I can only get 13 of you. Okay, 20 rest of you come from someplace else. Understood. Um, All right, I gotta think about something. Mm, I gotta think about something. I think of something. Mm. The answers still no. The answers still no. Because again, people just want to revisit stuff all around the world. I mean, there was so the one thing I could think of as being something that stands out because there was a conversation about some kind of messages. Well, there was a conversation. May I? John Frank shared his thoughts on Joyce showing up inside his chat one day. Once upon a crime, Joyce showed up in his chat. So, story time. Once upon a crime, Joyce showed up in his chat and wrote in his chat. And one of John Frank's allegations was, well, he had two things that was with Joy, but this one right here, she showed up in this chat, and he's like, I don't know why you was there. Like he said, I'm looking at it like, yo, this woman has the audacity, knowing I don't F for her, to show up inside my chat and write in my chat. So for LTGs, just so you know, they agreed for her not to come and write in his damn chat no more. That was an agreement that was on the table. And he just was able to show by a preponderance of the evidence that she was in his chat room. And, that was it. Now, why Monica wouldn't want to release that part, right? Or really explore that part. So I could see that as being something that would want to be discussed over there in the world of the state gang. The community that's inspired by me. And sir, my channel is at Monica Mo Justice. It's not at Momomo. Just saying because Karen, Karen was out on the town and she told me about it. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it on what needs to be put on. So last but not least, I mean, I found that to be a funny moment in the live. I found that to be a funny moment. I also found the trajectory to it. How we got from that path to it, like the denials, the denials, and then the discovery, and then the ultimate conclusion to it. That could be something that maybe if people were interested in, could be a discussion out there. Um, so there was a meeting of the minds that she won't be writing in nobody's chat no more, and that's it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think when I I think that's about it. I can't see anything else. I mean, there was some discussion as to why that happened. I mean, I could see that being that's about like the only other thing that happened, and they probably took like 3 hours to get to that. So if you want to sit through 3 hours of I ain't never been in a room. Yes, you was. I was not there. Why would I go there? I need to see why I was there. It's not important why you was there. If you want to see that play itself out for 3 hours, eh. And that's another reason why I got a transcript of the video as well, is because I wanted to make sure I shared the transcript so that people can hear what they actually or read what they actually. I'm a reader. This listening thing is something totally different, but can read what they actually said and be like, damn, I understand this. Because sometimes when you're on the platform, you might miss the context of the question that was proposed to you, and then your response. So after all is said and done, I don't believe that the remaining portions of the video are worth it. Now, yes, I did put music back, my stuff, because it's mine. I only deal with things that are mine. So, at the end of the day, we'll see what comes out of it, and we'll see if I'm willing to play. I got time. Oh, I only come on the internet when I have time. That means I'm on vacation. So, do with it what you will. I got time today. Maybe tomorrow. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, questions, comments, and concerns. I don't think there's going to be any. Okay, I'm going to look back and see how my Zoom experience was. Let me see if I could get my music to come up in here. Mo. Where is your do 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 do? I learned some new things yesterday. I learned some things. Now I gotta see. What's a clip champ? What's that? Oh, I didn't even try that San Francisco. Let me see. Here's the other part, the end. Found us come to see. Just he says join the ride. But it's justice by your side. Justice drop in wisdom. Can't miss them. Let the truth be told. This time truth. I love my song. It wasn't made for you. It was made for me. That's how it works. I can't help it. It's been a long time to get to some places. So, I like it. It's grown on me and the time. I- I'm a lyricist. Oh, who would have ever known? Anyway, listen, some of that stuff in the past, you just got to leave it in the past because if you take it into your current day, it's going to mess you up for the future. I spent 8 years in here living on some past bonchinchetta, right? Just past stuff that people have said about me in the negative. And it ain't helped me in that current situation and really helped me blossom into the future. I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. Even though there was this blow up with some people or whatever, people just need to move on and move forward and just keep it moving because that's what I'm gonna do. It don't dominate my whole day or my whole life or any of those things. I'm not living with no real bad narratives out here. I haven't built storylines to destroy my credibility that I have to be spending my time trying to rebuild myself up from. I don't have those issues. And that's about it. This is Mo. I've got to go. And thank you to those who allow